Hello everybody, and welcome to Mikey Tries It. I'm Mike, and I admit I'm a user. Yeah, I use drones. I use them for, social media. I use them for weddings. I use them especially for fun. And I use them at night, in the day. I even use them in the snow sometimes. But the latest drone out there, the I keep saying that. The Air 3 has just been released a few weeks, maybe a month ago. So, the Air 3 just came out. You watched all of those great YouTube videos with those big DJI drone guys. You know who they are. They make it out to be this wonderful drone. It's got 2 cameras. It's got a stacked sensor. It's got awesome speed, awesome power, great battery life, and it does great in low light. All of that is true. It's wonderful, and they do a great job showing everybody that new Air 3 that just came out. But should you wait for the Air 3S? Is it going to be released? When will it be released? What upgrades do you think they may have? What do you think is going to stay the same? And what will the price be? All that coming right up. So we have to ask ourselves a couple of questions before we get into the Air 3S, or the possible release date of the Air 3S. First, we know that the Mini 4 is going to be released about the holiday season. I think a little bit before the holiday season, according to my resources. We're thinking maybe October, November is a release date for the Mini 4, which, of course, we all know has to be upgraded from the Mini 3 Pro, or why even bother buying it? So let's go over a few of the upgrades that I kind of think will be in the new DJI Mini 4. Number 1, the camera. Of course, that has to be upgraded. So I'm thinking it's going to be, the main camera is going to be either just the same as the new Air 3 is right now, which is a 1/1.3 stacked sensor for better low light capability, or it may even have that 1-inch sensor we're all looking for. It's not going to have a dual camera, and I don't think it's going to have a bigger or longer flight time. And that's because we have to keep that Mini 4 under that 250 gram benchmark. But I do see an upgrade in the airframe. I think it's going to be a little boxier, a little more streamlined, maybe a little lighter, in order to fit maybe more of those camera functions on board, maybe a little bit bigger sensor. So that's what I'm hearing for a Christmas release date. But what does that have to do with the Air 3? Well, the Air 3, or the Air 3S, has got to be better than the Mini 4, wouldn't you think? Because right now, the DJI Air 3 has almost the same sensor as the Mini 3 Pro, the main sensor. Yes, it does have a dual camera for that nice tele lens, giving you a really great cinematic look. And the low light capability in there is great. Just watch the videos out there. It's pretty good with that new technology. But saying that, why would you buy the Air 3S if it's not an upgrade to the Mini 4? Right? So what upgrades can we expect from the new Air 3S? Well, the first thing is the camera. Right now, the camera on the Air 3 is a 4K 1/1.3 inch sensor, which means it's just under an inch, and the resolution is only 4K, whereas the Air 2S is a 5.4K. So I expect this camera to be just a bit better. I'm thinking a 1-inch stack sensor with at least 5.4K capability in the main camera. And the tele lens, I'm thinking will stay about the same. Those are the camera upgrades. What else? Perhaps since we didn't see this upgrade in the Air 3, maybe we could see a little bit more onboard storage. This 8 gigabyte thing is getting old, don't you think? I mean, what about 120 gigabytes or 240? That seems not to be a problem. I don't know what DJI is thinking. They can easily put that on without hardly any weight or any cost. So let's go ahead and do that. So those are the two main upgrades. What won't be upgraded in the Air 3S? Well, I don't think the airframe or the battery is going to be upgraded. They're pretty solid right now. Very powerful drone. It lasts 46-minute flight time. And, of course, it's very stable in high winds. What else you won't see? You won't see a 3-camera gimbal. That's reserved for the Mavic series, as well as a variable aperture. It's still going to have a fixed aperture. That, again, the variable is reserved for the Mavic. I mean, why would you infringe on that? That's their high-ticket item. So we want to keep that. They want to keep that Air 2 right in the middle. You may see a modest upgrade in price, but I think that 1-inch stack sensor that may be in there will give an awesome low light capability. Night flights will be amazing. Not that they aren't good now, but I believe a bigger sensor with 5.4K capability will give a little less noise and a lot crisper image. So, when will it be released, and should you buy it? Well, my original thought was next year during the summer, maybe June or July, in that range, because that's just been their plan throughout time. I mean, come on. I feel sorry for these people who bought the Mavic 3, the original Mavic 3, and then the Mavic 3 Pro. Whew, that is a big difference. What about the Air 2 when that was released? Hey, great drone, fantastic. Then the Air 2S with the 1-inch sensor, amazing. The Mini, then the Mini 3, then the Mini 3 Pro. So, of course, the Air 3, the Air 3S, or the Air 3 Pro, whatever they want to call it. Whether you want to wait or not, that's up to you. And the drone, quite frankly, depends on what you're going to do. So I use my drone pretty much for establishing shots. I use it for sunsets, landscapes. I'll use it for real estate here and then. But my powerhouse drone is this one right here. The Mavic Air 2. Not the Air 2S, not the Mini. This guy. I know it's an older drone, but hey, it does the job really well. I'll show you some pictures of that in a moment. But my Mini, I use the Mini when I go on vacation a lot, and I don't have an Air 3, Mavic 3. I don't have the Pro version. I don't have any of that version. So it's pretty much my Air 2 and my Mini. And I tell you, I get some great shots. And, quite honestly, I was about to go out and buy that Air 3 because I wanted better low light capability. And from what I've seen from those big guys on the drone channels, they look amazing. So I was thinking about going and getting that. But from what I hear, that Air 3 is going to be released, and I think it's going to be released sooner than later. I believe springtime. What makes me think that? Well, now that DJI has absolutely no competition at all, they can do what they want when they want. And from the consultant that I speak to on occasion, she's a good friend, there are actually 2 flying units on the table, ready in production, ready to go. I shouldn't say in production, I should say on paper, that are being developed. One of those, of course, we know, the Mini 4, and what's the other one? Well, hey, the Air 2S. So, did I say Air 2S? I meant the Air 3S. That'll be the next unit released. Anyway, back to whether you should buy that drone or not. Hey, look, if you're starting out and you're just using your drone for social media, You can pick up one of these Air 2s for like, I think you can buy a Flymore combo for around $500 on eBay. So if you want to get into it, it's a great drone. Fantastic photos. I'm going to show them to you in a second. You can also pick up a Mini 3. It's a lighter drone, not as good in the wind, but hey, it'll get you some great shots as well. Or if you've got $1,100, $1,500, why not get the Air 3? That'll be great. For social media, hell, you can't tell the difference between this and an Air 3. I mean, most people view their social media on their phone. They can't see the difference. But for cinematic recording, I would definitely recommend a minimum of the Air 3 and maybe the Mavic 3 Pro. Those two with the Mavic 3 with the dual lens, or the Mavic 3 Pro with the triple lens, or the Air 3 with the dual lens is going to give you a more dynamic, more cinematic look. I just wish that Air 3 would have 5.4K for better cropping, but hell, maybe we'll see that on the Air 3S. Well, hope that helps. And here's some photos, like I said.